What's up, my people? You know me, Mr. London. Give you guys a little update on my first year back as far as competition. So I fly in a club called the QPRC, which means Quality Performance Roller Club. And our whole goal is it's a learning club. I'm trying to teach all the guys aspect of breeding, flying, training, selecting, and even how to conduct themselves within the hobby. So our club statement, our purpose is the cultivation and preservation of the Birmingham roller through friendly competition amongst friends. And that's pretty much it. That's all we're doing. We compete and we analyze. And we compete and we analyze. We check out breeding systems, pairs. We do all this stuff with each other. And it's not about trying to win competitions. It's about the Birmingham roller itself, cultivation. That's what we all trying to do. But our competition is going to be our learning curve and our grading curve to see how well we're doing. This was our first year. We had scheduled 8 flies, but we flew 7 because our 8th fly, a couple of us flew for the nationals. As far as myself, I got disqualified. Birds came down early. So another guy, which was Myron, I think he had birds in and out the kit, a lot of deep birds. And then Pancho, another one I remember that flew, first time ever flying in like that. The Falcon just tore him up. And so the Falcon's chasing his birds down the middle of the street. So you know how that can be. So he really can't really do too much about that. But right, and then so I flew in 3 competitions like that. I flew in the Royal Rumble, got hit by a Falcon when I called time in. The kit was primed and ready that day. And then this last fly, I also flew a young kit, but that I knew even if they had not came down, they would not have scored. They were just, and no bird really over 5-6 feet then. Now they are, but then they weren't. But so that's it for as far as competition. Do I know what the problem is? Yes. There's a certain way I push the birds, and it was too many young birds to push them like I pushed them. When I flew for the Royal Rumble, I only had 8 young birds in there. When I flew for this fly, I had 13 young birds, and that's it. So they'll be around next year. They're right here in this kit box. I'm not gonna fly them until I'm still flying them down. I'm gonna fly them tomorrow morning. Actually, to tell you the truth, but they'll probably fly tomorrow morning, and maybe Monday unless they get hit a couple of times, and I'll hold them back. But I've never liked competing with young birds, not for nothing major, because it's too hard. They're too hard to predict and gauge. And I didn't follow my own rule, just feed them, let them fly. So that's that. That's over with. That's done. No excuses. It's done. So now, what I did was all year, as I identified the birds and put the birds in higher percentage that come into the spin and handle it. So it's the same birds pretty much. The descendants of the birds I had when I was really doing really good. The descendants of those birds. So they coming out pretty cool as far as quality, speed, kidding, and the work rate. They will work. So now it's just a matter of getting more of them up into the spin and maintain those and hold those over to the next year. It's crazy too, as this year. I never knew so much dudes held so much malice in their heart, but it's all good. So what I did was I just even concentrate the birds even more for next year. My breeders I wrote down already. So what I do is I watch the birds fly, watch them fly these. And I'm taking notes on how birds are coming in, when they come in, how birds are coming in. Marking down in my book. So in certain pairs they got notches and remarks and stars and stuff like that. And those are pairs I gravitate to first. And the other pairs I put down are pretty much closely related to those pairs. So, and it works out just fine. I just gotta get enough of them up so I can really show what they can really do. My dudes already got the glimpse. They have a glimpse of what can happen and what they can do. Colors, as you can see, they come in various colors. I get red checks, blue checks, whites, grizzles, tortoiseshells, badgers, baldy selfs, black selfs. I got every color. One thing I don't throw is dilutes, which is strange. Some people think it's strange because my family started from a dilute, the Smoke's mother. So you make this clear: Smoke was not a dilute. Smoke was a blue check white flight. Smoke's mother was a dilute. A lot of guys think Smoke herself was a cream, but Smoke was not a cream. Smoke had brothers that threw creams, but Smoke herself was never not a cream. So now it's about next year. I made a statement. I don't know if some of you guys heard it, but I said to myself and two others that most guys gonna beat me. It's gonna be in 2021 because I doubt if that'd be able to happen in 2022. 2022 will be a whole nother ball game. There's not no questions, no guess there. It just know what to put down and get them up. 2022 might be a little bit harder. If guys don't like me now, they're not gonna really like me at the end of 2022. It's crazy that some guys act like they don't like me, but I've never done something done or said anything to some guys. They're just jealous. Some guys just jealous, and all you gotta do is they fly. They know that on any given day, somebody can do bad or have some bad luck, and you can ease into the spot and win. I mean, that's just how it is. That's like in everything, every sport. But some guys never really played sports. Playing sports on the street is not like playing sports when you really organize. It's way different. So some guys never had that. Yeah, some guys can't even be on a real basketball court with some real players. They can't handle shit talking. And this is our sport, Birmingham Roller Sport. So it's a lot of good birds out here. I saw a lot of good birds though. I saw a lot of good guys coming out watching. I did see that. And that's very good right there. It's really good for the hobby. I want to congratulate G Will, Will Stenhouse for winning our region, 9A, and Andre Petway for winning, I think it's 9G. I think it's 9G, the high desert area. Good job, Dre. Good job, Will. As long as I've known Will, he lived in Pacoima, but Dre is from down here. So that's good, Dre. But it just shows that anybody, if they do the work, can step up and get into a spot where they can actually compete. You don't have to tear people's birds down, talk about people's birds to make your birds better. Your birds don't get better because you talk about somebody else's. And it's crazy how in this hobby, you got so many guys that criticize everybody else's birds but can't get their own shit straight. That's why I never criticize people's birds. But you ask me, I'll tell you what I think is wrong. But I'll also give you an idea on how to fix it. These dudes criticize people's birds, but don't even give them an idea on what to do next or how to get past that. Which is really, we start talking about constructive criticism. But I know guys do that stuff to tear people's birds down, to bring people's birds down to where they are, which is down at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just working and climbing their way out, they want to pull everybody else down in the bucket with them. And which is not what we should be about. We should be about work hard, climb your way out. You know what I'm saying? And that's all we got to keep doing. But I'm going to pause for a minute.